What the? Jake, what are you doing up there?
Buddy, we haven't told them about the roof yet.
Oh, yeah.
Come on up here.
Welcome to the industry's strongest roof, the Magnum roof system. It can hold 4,500 pounds. You could park my Jeep up here, but I don't recommend it, and we're not gonna do that because, you know, safety and all that. So anyway, tagging on to what Mason said about the walls, this thing is made to structural residential standards. What does that mean? 16 inches on center. Each of these roof trusses are stapled, glued, and screwed, each 16 inches apart. Big plus on that. Tagging on top of that, we got 3/8 inch OSB, treated OSB, because if so facto this were to get ripped, you're gonna have some extra protection with that treated material. And I'll get to the top material here in a little bit. One thing that we did a little different on our roof system to make it so much stronger is we use double-sided nail plates. So on each side of the truss, we double nail plate. One side, one side, one side, one side, one side, one side. Most places are only gonna do one side completely because it is cheaper. You do that thousands and thousands and thousands upon thousands of times, you're gonna save money not using all those gusset plates or nail plates, what they're called. So, big plus there. Second thing we do in our trusses, on the middle stud of our trusses, we actually widen it. Why? Because we have wires going through here. So we widen that truss so none of the metal plating is showing and then exposed, because these things are gonna wiggle going down the road. And if that wire were to get cut, you could have a major problem in here. So adding to that wire, what I was talking about, you know, getting cut by the gusset plates or the nail plates, these things are fully wire harnessed through a jig at the factory. And it is amazing. You see these wire spools coming up and they're just looping up. This is what they do all day long. Again, that efficiency, we want to see that. We have jigs for each floor plan. That is a huge deal moving forward, and it makes tech's life a lot easier when you do have a problem. Say you have some fan that's not working and it's not the fan, it's the wiring. So they can actually trace that, pull it back and rewind it, refish it right through and make the problem go away. So big plus on the wiring harness through the roofing system. Now, on top of the trusses, we have rolled blanket insulation at R11 value. Why? Because heat rises, you want to keep that in, and you're gonna have a lot of heat coming in here, so you keep the cool down, right? So big plus on that. Getting to the top surface. This is PVC material. Most likely you're gonna see EPDM or TPO, but we use PVC. And why? 88% reflectivity of that thing that's really shiny in the sky. It's hot. It's about 100 some degrees here in Idaho today. So this is gonna be a big plus camping anywhere in the country. PVC material. Not only that, we use heat mended seals across this thing. It's basically like when you're vacuum sealing meat or any of that, sealed together, so there's basically seamless material on top. Not only that, there's a couple other bonus perks. This thing has 2 times the puncture resistance than the standard EPDM. Adding to that, this thing is 20% more tear resistant. So another big plus. On top of the 2 times and the 20% more tear resistance, this thing has a lifetime warranty of 20 years. That is astronomical on a stick and tin travel trailer. So be sure to ask about the roofing material. If it's EPDM, might want to look out for that because it is a little more puncture prone. That is a huge plus on your roofing material because this thing is exposed to elements 100% of the time, even in the winter for a lot of folks, unless you have the luxury of putting it inside, getting it covered every winter, every fall. And in the summer when you're not using it, more likely you're using it in the summer, this thing is exposed to that thing in the sky, that burning ball of gas. So, big plus with the PVC roofing membrane. Now, not only is this the roofing membrane on the main part of the coach, it's also on our slide boxes. Now, these aren't walkable, so don't do that, please, because it's safety issues. But this is also PVC membrane. Big plus on that. You're gonna get the reflectivity, tear resistance, all that. Huge plus on the slide boxes as well. Now, a lot of the times, you're gonna be looking at trailers, you're not gonna be sure what's up on the roof, and you might not be able to get up on the roof. But one thing you should definitely ask about your travel trailer that you're interested in is if it has sewage vents. These little guys are lifesavers for smells, stinks, stenches, all that. This thing is connected to the black tanks, gray tanks. Basically, when it goes, it drains into those. This thing is a ventilation system for that, keeping that nasty smell out of your camper and making you have more an enjoyable time within the camper. So, big plus on that.